Take 3.
Hi, I'm Darcy Van Buskirk.
Hello, I'm Jeff Einhorn.
This is our show, Significant Other.
Yes.
We are Philadelphia-based artists, and we're also a couple.
Yes, we are getting married at the end of this month.
We're getting married very soon, and this was our first collaborative art undertaking. Although we worked kind of independently, like there are pieces that each of us kind of made in this show. We definitely were working kind of together under with the same sort of ideas in mind.
Yes. Should I speak on that, or keep on going?
Okay. So the title Significant Other, for us, it has at least a couple layers of meaning. Obviously, the fact that we are a couple is implied in the title Significant Other. But, I don't think we were making work about our relationship in any way. But there are
Not directly.
not directly, but there are common themes of domestic life, and adult responsibilities, grocery shopping, caring for pets,
Eliminating odors of many kinds.
eliminating odors.
Bodily odors, pet odors, all kinds of odors that do happen on a day-to-day.
The things that adults have to worry about.
Yes.
So there's that aspect to the work.
Mm-hmm.
I think in a more direct way, we are both making work about language, or at least the generation of meaning from symbols. So the idea of significance also is a reference to that, the idea of creating meaning. And I think for both of us, in the way that we were working, that meant taking everyday, kind of readily available things in our world, from our world, symbols of domestic life, or the tools of domestic life, and transforming them and recontextualizing them so that they have meaning beyond that.
Yeah, a lot of the materials that we used were, again, coming from like the household. A lot of them reference hobby products that you could find at like a hobby store, or just in your house.
And that also reflects a lot of, just the place that we're at in our lives too.
Yeah.
That became sort of the subtext for the work, with us being a few years out of school and having full-time jobs and trying to balance that and a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and still maintaining active art practices and
Yeah.
defining what success is for us.
Yeah, I think a lot of this work comes from that place of like, still us trying to figure out like what success means, and whatever that means, as both being, in our like real life, adult lives, but then also as an artist.
As artists.
Yeah.
And I think what's funny about what we produced is, with that in mind, is that the work is funny. Like there was, we took a real like sense of humor, both of us, in our approaches to.
A lot of the work is
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
It's like a little irreverent, as serious as we are about
I think a lot
being artists.
Yeah, I think a lot of the work also speaks to like banality. Like day-to-day life can be kind of boring, and so like like
Yeah, for
like
sure.
yeah, and
I
like
mean,
so how do you challenge that? Like what does that look like? And um
one of my greatest interests as an artist has always been the idea of, or I guess the emotional response that I'm most interested in is the sense of wonder, because as much as life can be banal and mundane, there are also moments that happen around us all the time that are extraordinary and transcendent, and I think that's my motivation as an artist, and whether it's through something silly or painstaking, whatever the process is of creating that shift, if I'm able to transform something kind of everyday and immediate into something truly special, then in my mind I've succeeded.
would concur with that. Yeah, I concur. I don't know how to. Yeah,
What she said.
what she said. I think that sounds pretty good. No, I think I think we covered. Yeah. So
You feel better about that take?
yeah, I feel pretty good about that take overall.
Good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh wait, we should thank also. Oh wait, we should. Ashley and Nick wanted us to say that they invited us.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
um,
Can we introduce ourselves again?
we should maybe do a reintroduction and just say that Ashley and Nick invited us to do the show here in Dayton.
Okay.
I think that would be important. So let's do that.
I'm Darcy Van Buskirk,
And I'm Jeff Einhorn.
and this is our show, Significant Other.
Yes. Ashley and Nick invited us to Dayton. Again, we're from Philadelphia, and we traveled here to Dayton to put on the show. We feel very honored to be a part of the Dayton scene.
Yeah, we were really excited when Nick and Ashley approached us about the opportunity to work together on a project, because we've never done that.
Yes.
And it ended up being a great learning experience and a relationship building experience.
Yes.
But I think it produced.
We should mention that we are. I mean, we should mention we're getting married at the end of the month. Yeah. Okay. But getting back to relationship building, I guess that's where you
No, it's time with that part.
Okay. Where were you going?
I think we're.
We're good? Okay. And see.